So today we are going to learn about the E and Z nomenclature. E and Z nomenclature usually assigned in alkene system or alkyne systems. In rare to rare cases, E and Z nomenclature then generally assigned in the alkyne system, but most of the time it is generally assigned in the alkene system. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the nomenclature of alkenes and nomenclature of alkynes. In that lecture, we generally give the priorities to the alkenes and alkynes and the substituents on which the alkenes and alkynes are attached. So in that case, there is a very important rule, that is numbering in the direction that give functional group the lowest priority. Alkenes and alkynes are come in the last order of the priority order of the functional group. When I have told you about the priority order of the functional group, when I told you about the priority order of the functional group, alkenes and alkynes are coming at the end of that particular order, and the acid derivatives, esters, alcohols, amines, they all come prior to alkenes and alkynes. So you have to prioritize the functional groups. These are also considered as the part of the functional group, and you have to assign the lowest priority to these functional groups. I will explain you this rule by using an example. Just consider the first example, that is 4-methyl 2-pentene. In this example, the numbering is starting from the left hand side. From this carbon, the numbering is started. Numbering started from left side. Numbering started from left side, and we assigned the IUPAC name to this particular compound is 4-methyl 2-pentene. But why we haven't started the numbering from this side? Usually methyl group is also present on this side. So why we have started the numbering from this? Because we have prioritized the functional group, that is the alkene group, because we want that in the nomenclature the second position we are assigning to the alkene group, because we are usually assigning the lowest priority in the numbering to that particular functional group. So that's why we have started the numbering from the left hand side. That's why the numbering is like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We haven't started the numbering from this side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. When we are doing the numbering from this side, when we are doing the numbering from right hand side, the nomenclature changes to 2-methyl. The nomenclature changes to 2-methyl and 3-pentene. So that's why 2 is lesser than 3. That's why the priority changes, and we prioritize the lowest substituent, that is to the functional group. That's why I have written that is a numbering we have to do in the direction that gives functional group the lowest priority. Functional group have to give the lowest priority. At any circumstance, you have to see the priority order, and in the functional groups cases, you have to give the lowest priority to the functional group. Similarly, you have to assign the lowest priority to the functional group in this example as well. In this, we have started the numbering from this carbon, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we want that this alkene is a functional group. We are considering it as a functional group while assigning the IUPAC nomenclature. Otherwise, the alkenes are the hydrocarbons, not the considered in the functional group. Only for the IUPAC nomenclature, I am saying that alkene is a functional group. Otherwise, the alkenes, alkynes and alkenes, these considered as the part of the hydrocarbons. Here what I am saying, alkene is there, and we have to give the lowest numbering to that carbon. That's why the numbering starting from this side, not from this side, because if the numbering starting from this side, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so the numbering was like it's a 4-heptene, but we want the 3-heptene, so that's why we have given the lowest priority to the alkene system. Consider this example next, that is the 4-pentoxybutene. This example generally considered as important example, because in this the numbering started from alkene, so you have prioritized alkene over ethers. It's important, like in this case we have prioritized alkenes over ethers because the nomenclature started from the right hand side, because we have to give the least priority to this particular alkene. So this is very important. Next rule is, like, you have to prioritize the alphabetical order. When you have more than two substituents, then you have to prioritize the alphabetical order. So on the basis of that particular alphabetical order, you have to assign the numbering to the carbons. In this particular example, we have CH3 on 2 positions. So, and it is started from word M, that is methyl. So the nomenclature of this particular compound is 3,6-dimethyl-3-octene, because we have prioritized the substituent according to the alphabetical order. Just consider this example in which we have the two substituents, one is bromine and other is chlorine, and this is the alkene functional group. For IUPAC nomenclature, we are assigning alkene as a functional group. So here is our functional group, and we have started the numbering of this particular